Hey guys, welcome to another binderless binder video. Today we're going to be looking through, I guess one of the sets that I probably have a smaller amount of cards from, Dark Explorers. Let's get to it here. These ones here aren't double sleeved yet. I think I ran out of double sleeves. Kind of running into the same issue right now, where it's difficult to get stuff from overseas. Everything's kind of held up, so prices on some of those card supplies are jacked up a little bit for that reason. Just not enough supply. Probably some increased demand, I would imagine, with all the extra people getting into the hobby and similar hobbies that would use those sleeves, and also just harder to get everything shipped overseas. So here we go, starting off with a reverse. So this might be another set that I need to look for some of the regular versions, probably really cheap. I would imagine even on Troll and Toad or something like that, I'm sure the cards are probably like 20-30 cents a piece. The majority of them, the regular ones anyway. Bulbasaur, very cool. We got some more really fun backgrounds to take a look at. Some interactive Pokemon, Carablast, Shelmet. I always thought these guys were kind of interesting. The synergy between them to create the evolved forms when trading. Torchic and a different Torchic in a reverse form. Combuskin, very simple artwork, but also very nice. Certainly some locations within the game. Blaziken, the hollow works really well with that background, the way it lights up certain sections. Larvesta in a cave, simple enough. We have Larvesta outside a cave, and there's only so much you could probably do with Larvesta. Not sure what kind of background you would put them on that would be exciting, I guess, amongst some other Larvestas, or maybe burning something down. Volcarona, also one of those Pokemon that might end up with a kind of default background for the reason that there's not so much that you can do with it. Slowpoke, who looks like he just pulled himself out of the water. Oh, he's dipping his tail because he wants to evolve. I thought that was just the end of his tail was over the water, but it's submerged. He's looking to catch a shell. Piplup. Oh god, this artwork almost reminds me of the Sword and Shield games. They're fighting Marnie in like the hotel and stuff, and they just didn't bother having a background, so they have those like white tiles. Glaceon, leaping through the air. Papa Toad, sticking his tongue out. Vanillite. I know Vanillite too. Like you'd have to. I feel like I'd want to incorporate some sort of like ice cream theme, maybe on an ice cream truck or something. Ducklet. There's the Sui art. That one looks a little bit less of like the washed out glowing look than some previous ones. Swanna. I think Swanna's actually coming back in one of the new TCG sets with the single strike and multi-strike. So that'd be interesting to see. I think Swanna was in the video anyway. I'm not sure if Swanna was one of the actual featured Pokemon that would have the abilities. Here we go. We got Plusle with Minun up on the airplane wing. I think there was someone in real life that recently, I think it was in Las Vegas actually, not Gary. They got pulled off the wing of an airplane. He was like taking the shoes off and trying to climb up the outer piece that comes up in the air. Hopefully Minun is not doing the same. And then here's one of these artworks that I really like, because one card is kind of a different perspective than the other card. Both sort of the same artwork, but from completely different angles. That Joltik is very simple, but it also really jumps out. Kind of like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be complex to be good. It just has to really be noticeable, or like not noticeable, but if it resonates with you, or if it jumps out and you're like, whoa, look at that, that really stands out from the rest, then that's usually pretty good in my books. If anything, like a memorable card is got to be one of the better artworks, or maybe it's just so bad that that you can't forget it. Like Woobat, I don't know what you do with a Woobat. You either put them in a cave, or you put them outside going into a cave. We got your mask here. It's pretty cool. I don't know what's going on with the lights in the background there and the stars. Here we go. We got a Kamiya Drillbur who looks like he's making some caves, or about to make another entrance right here. I don't know if he's looking for like your approval, whether he can do it or not. Timber, we're running through a field. Girder, looking angry. Oh, Umbreon, very nice. We got the another Tokia. So I don't think we've seen a Tokia for a while, and I don't know if it's my fault that I don't have them from these sets, or if Tokia was just kind of reintroduced in this set. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's an Espeon as well that maybe I just don't have. That'd be cool if there was the Umbreon and the Espeon that matched. We have a Darkrai EX. Very cool. Alright, this is the second half of the pile. Crocodile, that sideways background. It's kind of cool that this is one of the more artwork filled, and they're using a lot less of that horizontal foil compared to usual. Scraggy, Zorua, Fullaby, pretty cool, pretty menacing. Not a Pokemon that you see very often. Clink, Clang, and Clink Clang. Oh, I kind of like that. That background with the foil kind of works really well. I think anything that's really high contrast, high contrast and high detail. I don't know if you call it high detail, but a lot of things going on, or a lot of different sections with dark and light in the background typically make the best hollow foil areas. Poniard, he's got some serious scratching and or metal claw going on there. Bisharp, it was like all the Pokemon like start off a little bit cute and then they become more and more evil. We got a Chansey there with the Pokemon Center, very fitting since Chansey works there with Nurse Joy. And then we have Chansey with Bubbles in a meadow. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure who's blowing those bubbles. It might be the Pokemon market at the moment in 2020. We have Blissey, Eevee, pretty cute Eevee, winking at us and walking by some flowers. Eevee running through a meadow. Man, there are so many Eevee cards. Well, one, because it's like the second Pikachu, but also just the fact that anytime there's any evolution in a set, you're going to end up with an Eevee or two because you need it to evolve. Really like that Chatot. It's very simple. It almost reminds me a little bit of the Bubble Chansey. Mizu? No, not the same artist. I thought we were onto something there. Apparently we are not the detectives that Pikachu might want us to be. Haxorus here, looking real mean. That's a pretty cool background. I feel like they're getting better at using the foil, the horizontal foils on these holo cards. Chair in there with a little Tepig pulling on his shirt. I don't know if he's trying to wake him up or what's going on. Looks like he's trying to wake him up, but Tepig is the one that's sleeping or has his eyes closed. We got a dark patch. We got N here with the bracelets, the cool dude hat and hair. Old Amber Aerodactyl. There we go. Juniper. Real shame that we can't use these old Juniper cards, even though they're identical to the Professor's Research, and that Japan got, and we're almost certainly going to get another Professor's Research Juniper edition. Ultra Ball. Entei. Fuller. Very nice. Kyogre Fuller. Also really nice. Some cool things. These are kind of really wild at the time compared to the other stuff. And we have a Shattered Foil Cofagrigus. I'll leave that up for you guys to decide. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one tomorrow.